I'm Nadia. We're listening to Ethiopia Present, and you're watching at the UN Project, and you're watching Patiño News.
You're watching Patiño News, a 5-time Slick Rock nominated news show.
Patiño High School Enchanted Garden Prom Night. Prom tickets are now available for sale during lunch at the student store. Prom will be May 17th from 6 to 9 p.m. at Rainbow Oaks Ranch. Tickets include entry, food, drinks, desserts, and pictures. Guest passes will be available for students outside of Patiño, and payment plans are available for the tickets. Ticket prices are $65 per person. We'll see you there.
Hi, my name is Lulu.
Hello, my name is Joshua. And so we are part of Farms, and so for our community action-based project, we decided to implement recycling bins around our school, coupled up with flyers that explain the importance of recycling. That way we can reduce the amount of plastic, metal, and other waste that are entering our environment and harming individuals in our farms.
We currently implemented one recycling bin in room 201, one in room 101, and the bigger one out here in the quad. We did this because here is where there's the most foot traffic, and it makes it more easier and more convenient for the students here to recycle.
I'm Juan.
I'm Crystal.
And we're part of the Farms program.
And some of the negative agriculture impacts on plastics are, for example, 10,000 tons such as plastic mulch and drifting are currently at risk for being transported in the middle of the ocean while on their way to Monterey County.
So the positive impact of recycling agriculture plastic is that it would not end up in the ocean as much, plus it can be used again in other fields. So an example would be flipping iron ink. They have recycled plastics such as bean nettings, drip posts, drip paste, etc.
Revolution Plastics provides free collection of ag plastics such as LDOE film and dripping.
The importance of recycling. Every year, millions of tons of plastic waste and other materials end up in our landfills or our environment. As the plastic breaks down, they become microplastics and become very difficult to get rid of. They also enter many different ecosystems. By reducing our plastic consumption and recycling other materials, we can ensure that less of it leaks into our ecosystems. Recycling also takes less energy than sourcing new materials. We only have one planet, and it is our job to keep it clean. Millions of other species that live in the forests, oceans, or many other environments are affected as well, not only humans. Please recycle to protect the environment. Every action counts. Reduce, reuse, and recycle for a greener planet.
Every year, billions of tons of plastic and other materials enter our environments that could have been prevented. By recycling, we can help reduce this plastic from entering our environments and preserve our ecosystems and other environments on our planet.
So remember, please recycle. It'll help keep the environment safe. Thank you.
All right, so our sophomores have been working all year on building up their typing skills, the accuracy and the words per minute. All of it has led up to today, where they took their first typing test as sophomores here at towards the end of the school year. So here's our winner from third period. We got Cause at an astonishing 100.8. Come on up, Cause. Give a round of applause. Round of applause.
Good morning. This is our first an attempt at a model UN. So the juniors, sophomores, and seniors are all presenting on different issues. It looks like organized chaos, but in an effort to discuss global politics, Sophomores wrote a resolution as a country, juniors are responding as the United States, and seniors are the UN delegates hearing their issues. So we'll see how that goes.
Most often, the cause of pregnancies are going to be sexual violence in Paraguay. This nation has one of the highest child and teenage pregnancy rates in all of Latin America, yet they still have incredibly restricted abortion access.
Because they can't really grow plants because there's an agricultural issue due to there being salt water in the dirt, and that's not safe for food to be grown.
Whereas Ethiopia faces the effects of climate change such as water droughts, which can harm agriculture and increases food insecurity.
So, whereas Mexico at the moment is suffering an energy crisis. They're running low on natural gases, which means that they're running low on either like electricity for smaller houses or anywhere around the area of Mexico.
We're representing the United States. So for our two country ambassadors, this is Linda Thomas, the UN representative for the United States, and this is Tijani Mohamed Bandi, which is the UN representative for Nigeria.
The Ukraine project is better overall because of the fact that it was built for the purpose of rebuilding farms and giving them seeds to recultivate land.
The scope of our problem is that the adolescents between the age of 10 through 19 make up 1 in 10 maternal deaths, while 30% of the maternal deaths are from unsafe abortions. 12,000 plus girls at the ages 5 to 19 gave birth in the year 2019.
This is our resolution to decrease the ongoing threats and violence in the U.S. to provide peace and security for the people.
Gangs and organized criminal groups have chosen women and girls to sex trafficking in the states of Rio Grande do Sul and Santa Catarina.
If they're in the LGBTQ plus community, and so men in particular are socially trained to not ask for help and are very likely to be underreported in cases of domestic abuse like this.
Where you say you're going to offer safer abortions, right? To actually do this if it goes against their belief system.
The belief system, we believe it impacts the older generation, and as the younger generation, we are giving them the option to make these decisions by themselves since it's their body and it's their choice.
This graph shows different labor people are forced into when they're trafficked. This is a global graph showing different work from around the world. However, seeing as Singapore is has the second highest rates of human trafficking, we can assume that most of this is true to what people are forced into over there as well.
It contributes to the 35% outbreaks in Brazilian cities, and that shows the essential need for a safe sanitation laws.
So the continued influx of immigration also contributes to the democratic shifts that challenge the cultural and social fabric of communities, which causes tension and social unrest for the communities themselves.
At risk from increases of global temperature and other impacts that it has.
So what they do is they supply seeds, and also they send volunteers out there to help revitalize the land that they had lost, so that they can kind of get back up on their feet in the next year or two, so that they can start harvesting around the same time that they used to.
Security issues within Mexico. Some major security issues within Mexico include drug cartels, drug wars, drug smuggling, and human trafficking across the border.
It is a denial of choices and opportunity. It's a violation of human dignity. It means a lack of basic capacity to participate effectively in society. It means not having enough to feed or clothe a family, not having a school or clinic to go to, and not having access to credit.
Whereas human trafficking is becoming an even bigger problem in Bolivia, the cases reported are rising. As of 2020, the Ministry of Justice reported that authorities only investigated 39 sex trafficking cases.
Countries with almost 2% of its population being incarcerated in some form. Whereas, to put you in perspective, El Salvador's population is about 6.3 million and now has at least 104,000 people incarcerated in some form.
UN Third Community and the United States, along with Water.org, the World Bank, and in collaboration to update Uganda's national plan to help combat their horrific water crisis.
As the United States, we agree on addressing the mistreatment of protesters in Indonesia to ensure justice and human rights compliance.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Corinne Jean-Pierre, U.S. White House Press Secretary. Thank you for coming to hear this monumental announcement. Here with me to reveal the results is UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres.
Thank you. The Patiño UN resolutions approved by the General Assembly are as follows. For peace and security, El Salvador and Ukraine were approved. For climate change and water, China was approved. For health and food, Ukraine and India were approved. For human rights, Brazil, Bolivia, and Indonesia were approved. And for poverty, Nigeria was approved. Thank you for all of those who have participated in making the world a more just and fair place for all.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we'll see you next week.